Hello learners, in this video we shall learn about price elasticity of demand. You know the law of demand. The law of demand states that the relationship between price and quantity demanded is inverse. It means if the price of a product rises, its quantity demanded falls, and if price falls, quantity demanded rises. In other words, the law of demand is a qualitative statement on the relationship between price and quantity demanded, which is negative. However, we can present the same thing in an alternative way. We can say, if the price of a product rises by 10%, its quantity demanded falls by 15%. This time, we are quantifying the inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded. Thus, if we want to quantify the relationship between price and quantity demanded, that is, if we want to learn how responsive the quantity demanded for a product is to the change in price, we have to measure the elasticity of demand. Therefore, the elasticity of demand or price elasticity of demand is a measure of the responsiveness of quantity demanded for a good to a change in its price when all other influencing factors that determine the quantity demanded for the good remain the same. How can we measure this responsiveness? Elasticity of demand can be measured as the ratio between percentage change in quantity demanded for a product to the percentage change in price of that product. If we denote elasticity of demand by E, then E equals percentage change in quantity demanded for a good divided by percentage change in price of that good. For example, suppose the quantity demanded for a product is decreased by 15% due to 10% increase in its price. In that case, elasticity of demand equals percentage change in quantity demanded, which is 15%, divided by percentage change in price, which is 10%. That is, elasticity of demand will be 1.5. As the relationship between price and quantity demanded for a product is inverse, there appears a negative sign in the result. Hence, elasticity of demand equals minus 1.5. It means if price rises by 1%, quantity demanded falls by 1.5%. You can customize it according to your need. For example, you can say if price rises by 2%, quantity demanded falls by 3%. One can say if price rises by 10%, quantity demanded falls by 15%. We can make the sense more clear using a numerical example. Suppose at price equals $100 of a product, 300 units of the product is demanded. Elasticity of demand equals minus 1.5 means if price of the product is increased by 10% to $110, its quantity demanded falls by 15%. 15% of 300 is 45, and thus quantity demanded is 300 minus 45 equals 255 units. This is how we can measure the responsiveness of quantity demanded for a product to the change in its price using elasticity of demand.